Types of encryption for data protection in financial institutions. The two main types of encryption commonly used for data protection are symmetric encryption and asymmetric encryption. Each serves a unique purpose and offers distinct advantages depending on the context. Let's look at them in details. 1. Symmetric encryption. Symmetric encryption is one of the most widely used methods for securing data. In this approach, the same key is used for both encryption and decryption. This means that both the sender and the receiver must have access to the same key to unlock the data. Symmetric encryption is fast and efficient, but relies on secure key sharing to avoid compromise. 2. Asymmetric encryption. Asymmetric encryption works differently. It uses a pair of keys, a public key and a private key. The public key is used to encrypt the data, while the private key is used to decrypt it. Only the owner of the private key can unlock the data encrypted with the corresponding public key. Asymmetric encryption uses two keys for secure communication, but is slower and less suited for large data encryption. Data access controls and authentication mechanisms. Access control mechanisms are vital for protecting sensitive financial data from unauthorized access. Imagine you're safeguarding a treasure chest full of precious assets. You wouldn't want just anyone to waltz in and take what they please. Access controls serve as the lock and key to your information, ensuring that only authorized individuals can reach critical data. There are various strategies that can be implemented. Let's explore them. Access controls act as the digital locks and keys of an institution's data systems. One of the most common approaches is role-based access control, RBAC. With RBAC, users are assigned permissions based on their job roles. For example, a compliance officer might have access to regulatory documentation, while a financial analyst may only access investment data. This separation limits unnecessary exposure and keeps sensitive information compartmentalized. Another method is attribute-based access control, ABAC, which goes a step further by considering multiple attributes, like department, project, location, or time of access. Think of it as setting rules such as, only staff in the Lagos office working on Project Alpha can view this file during work hours. This granular level of control significantly reduces the risk of unauthorized exposure. Multi-factor authentication, MFA. Imagine that access controls are like locking the front door, but what if someone guesses the key? That's where multi-factor authentication, MFA, steps in. MFA adds an extra layer of defense by requiring 2 or more forms of verification before granting access. This could include 1. Something you are, like a fingerprint. 2. Something you know, like a password. 3. Something you have, like a mobile device. Using strong access controls and MFA ensures only authorized users access sensitive data, boosting security, trust, and compliance. Data privacy laws and regulations, GDPR, CCPA. Understanding data privacy laws is essential for professionals in the financial services industry. Two of the most prominent regulations, the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, and the California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, set clear expectations for how organizations should handle personal data. These laws prioritize individual rights and hold institutions accountable for the security and use of customer information. Let's look at them. 1. General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. The GDPR is a comprehensive data protection law in the European Union that applies not only to EU-based organizations, but also to any business that processes the personal data of EU citizens. Its central focus is on protecting individual privacy through transparency, consent, and control. For example, if a Nigerian bank provides services to an EU resident, GDPR still applies. 2. California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA. The CCPA is a state-level law in the United States that grants California residents specific rights over their personal data. It emphasizes transparency and control, allowing consumers to know what personal information is being collected, request the deletion of that information, and opt out of its sale to third parties. Importance of data privacy laws and regulations, GDPR, CCPA. 1. Protects personal data, keeps sensitive information safe from misuse. 2. Builds trust, shows customers their privacy is respected. 3. Ensures compliance, helps avoid legal issues and fines. 4. Boosts cybersecurity, encourages strong data security practices. 5. Empowers users, gives people control over their personal data. Data breach response and mitigation. In financial institutions, responding swiftly and effectively to data breaches is crucial due to the sensitive nature of the data involved. A strong response plan helps minimize damage, ensures legal compliance, maintains customer trust, and strengthens future defenses. It's not just about reacting, it's about being prepared, resilient, and proactive. Key steps in data breach response and mitigation. 1. Identify the breach. Investigate how the breach happened, what data was affected, and the extent of the damage using tools like server logs and forensic analysis. 2. Assemble the response team. Involve IT staff, cybersecurity professionals, and legal advisors to manage both the technical and compliance aspects of the breach. 3. Communicate quickly. Notify affected individuals promptly, offer protection guidance, and inform regulators when necessary to stay compliant and maintain trust. 4. Contain and recover. Restore affected systems, close security gaps, and improve defenses, like encryption and access controls, to prevent future incidents. 5. Review and improve. Evaluate what worked and what didn't. Update your incident response plan regularly based on lessons learned and evolving threats. 6. Train and test. Conduct regular simulations and employee training to ensure your team can act quickly and effectively when a real breach occurs. Summary. In this module, we explored how financial institutions can classify and secure sensitive data like client records and transaction histories. The importance of access controls, RBAC, ABAC, and multi-factor authentication, MFA, was highlighted for preventing unauthorized access. We also covered key data privacy laws, emphasizing compliance and customer trust. Lastly, we discussed how to plan for, respond to, and recover from data breaches effectively to build institutional resilience.